everybody. Anthony Dodge Model Train Outsider.
Hi.
And
with Joyce.
Joyce. If you should know us by now, right?
Right.
We want to start off by wishing everyone the happiest of New Year's coming up for 2025. There are challenges ahead. Mm-hmm. There's challenges ahead, but we'll get through the best we can.
Yeah.
And it's a time maybe to look back on 2024 for this channel. I mean, we won't go into all the off-camera stuff that we tend to keep away from our friends, because 2024, if there's one word that I want to use for 2024, it was friends.
Right.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd go that way, because the friendships have been amazing, and it really expanded a lot this year, and we met a lot of people this year, so that's been fantastic.
And as this channel has evolved over the years, from where I was doing the shows, the Model Train Outsider with the Ghost of 2015 as I was first building my table, and then I went more serious trying to, I won't say please the algorithms, but say, okay, look, I can do some serious shows, and did a great series with the American Outsider. And then it evolved, the live stream started, and that's where I really found the gate, the running speed for this channel. The live streams have been all about friends and building it. But it wasn't truly 100% confirmed. A little bit in 2022 when we went over to the UK and met several people. Right. But this year. So going through this year, it started off with the Fowler car system. I started it and then hit a wall.
You gotta finish it!
And stopped again when I hit a wall that I couldn't get past.
You know the word grit?
Yeah. And then...
it frustrates me.
And about the time I stopped the Fowler car, I started something that wasn't train related, but I shared on the channel anyhow, which was we decided the deck was not looking good, and I stripped the deck down and built a new one. Yeah, and it looks great. I think it looks fantastic, and I shared some of that with you.
YouTube.
I shared that on this channel. I know it's not train related, but not everything we do is train related on this channel, and rather than have 3 different channels, it's all here. Right. But the nice thing is, where model trains can make me feel like an idiot, at least I can show my competence and confidence. Like, hey, look, I can build a deck with the best of them, you know. And it came out great. It did. And that set us up for the first of what we would call the first of the big 3 events of this for this channel. And it may not sound train related, but it truly is. It's it wouldn't have happened without model trains. We went to Australia. Stopped with it started with trains for sure. We never would have met Artie otherwise. Yeah. He came up here and visited, even though physically he shouldn't have. He just needed to get out of his house, and it cost him a lot of pain and turmoil. He was in pain when he was with us from that accident, but we understand he had to get out of the house finally. And he invited us down, and we had never thought of going to Australia. I don't think we ever thought of it, and I certainly
wasn't on the radar, that's for sure.
Yeah, but once he invited it, and we realized that we could go and hang out with Artie, who has become a dear friend. He is a brother from another mother from down under. But while we were down there, we got to meet Greg and his wife Catherine, and that was awesome to see Greg coming back from his cancer and still fighting the battle. But there was no way.
Creepy too.
And we met Gary, Creepy 0013, and Richard DeMagd, and Les, and so many. And if we start naming them, we're going to name everybody, so we got to be careful. But with the Australia trip, we wanted to mention that. But Artie was so brilliant as a host.
He did a fantastic job.
We had such a great time, and there are so many highlights. I'll just pick a couple. Swimming in the ocean for the first time, because I waded in the Atlantic like 15, 20 years ago, or maybe longer ago than that.
Swimming.
But we had the
Jellyfish
came in. They kicked us out of the water.
Everywhere. It was just awful.
Yeah, they pulled us out of the water before we could really swim. And then when our plane going to Australia got diverted to Honolulu, we waded into the Pacific.
We did a little bay, but it was beautiful.
It was nice. It was the Pacific Ocean. It was the ocean. It wasn't even a bay. Fantastic. It was just a swimming area with a with a rocky breakwater. But that was cool. But swimming in an ocean, first in Australia, and that was awesome. And the other one, we went to Minamura, the waterfalls, in a rainforest. And so that was
amazing. That was
geology,
so
weather,
cool.
and nature. Geology, weather, and nature. Those are her loves.
Never expected to be in a rainforest in my life, and we're gonna go to a rainforest. Or what?
Yeah.
Or what? It was very cool.
And then the other one also involves you was when we were leaving Melbourne, but we decided to drive through it, and this big Antarctic swell storm was coming in, so the ocean was angry. It's heavy rain.
Yeah, we were leaving early because of it.
The wind is blowing horizontal. The rain's horizontal, and we stop off at Black Sand Beach, Black Rock Beach, something like that, east of Melbourne. And we stood and admired it. It was so dramatic and crazy because the ocean is just angry.
It's angry indeed.
And I was like, okay, I've had enough. I'm getting in the car. And normally Joyce would have been there 20 minutes ahead of me.
Yeah, you get cold, but
yeah, getting cold and wet. She would have been. And no, I was in the car for 10 minutes or more before you finally came in because you were just.
I didn't want to leave.
Yeah, you were so transfixed.
My hair was, blowing back, and the rain and the waves, and I
the
found
beautiful
my
rock
zen.
and beaches. Yeah, it was everything.
Oh yeah, I could have stayed there a lot longer.
Nature, geology, and weather are three big interests, and
Oh, it was super.
Okay, so we came home. It was beautiful. We could talk forever, but we have videos of our trip to Australia.
Yep.
So then one of the downturns.
Watch my channel.
About a week and a half after we got back, trying to get into our summer routine, you had the crash and burn with the tennis.
I most certainly did.
You mangled your knees, your ankle, the one side of your body.
Sprained my wrist. Yeah.
You were out of commission for weeks.
It did. Yeah. Slow me down a bit in the summer. If you know me, that is not good.
Yeah. And then you had to go back to work. But that began the countdown, and then we will not compare what was the biggest. Going to Australia for 3 weeks, and then the crazy weekend trip to the UK for Getz and Warley. Wow. And I got to say this, because if we name one person, we got to name everybody. We can't. I know we just named some of the folks from Australia, but it was a very small group.
Yeah.
Everybody we met at Getz, it was a whirlwind blitzkrieg tour.
Had a brilliant time.
And
it just was so much fun.
And this confirmed, this is 2024 was a year of confirmation in a lot of ways, talking about friends, because we've known you, and some of you we did meet in 2022, and yes, we knew we liked you, but there was a much bigger group.
Yeah.
Both in terms of number of people we were hoping to meet, as well as the opportunity to meet.
Right.
Where in 2022 it was, we hung out with Tim Dowd for a couple of days, and it was awesome. And then Alan for a day, and Lee for a day, and Jim Hovermotion for a day. Here it was everybody for a whole weekend. Right. And Philip Page, can't forget Philip from that trip.
Yeah, but even going down to Warley, we met some
Warley
people.
and Getz is...
For a short time, but it was really great to see him.
I say Getz, but I mean the whole thing. That whole weekend.
Right.
It was insane. And a couple of you have already mentioned us in your New Year wishes videos. Please, we just, you know who you all are.
Right?
If I name, Joyce knows, if I name one person, I'm egalitarian. I got to name everybody, and we'd be here for half an hour.
It would be a 4-hour video, so it'd be another positive shout-out video. That took forever.
Yeah, so you guys were just amazing, but it just confirmed friendship.
Oh, it sure did.
It's one thing to talk to you in the live stream and feel like we like you and talk to you in other live streams and that, but meeting you, shaking hands, closing the bar twice, getting kicked out of Getz on Sunday, getting kicked out of the bar.
All the same day, that was great.
It was so amazing, and we could talk forever about it. And then right before Warley and Getz, and then after was another huge thing, and maybe the biggest thing for the channel.
Yeah.
You know, the personal relationships and friends from the channel. But in terms of, okay, you're a model train channel. What was the big model train news? Well, we had two of them, but the big one was buying the collection from Herb.
Oh, okay. That's where I thought you were going. Okay.
Yeah, buying the collection from Herb. That was the big one. There's 9 videos explaining it.
Right.
But
yeah,
the sad reason I am getting it, the decision to buy it, then getting it, and Herb wanted the live reaction, so I had 8 boxes, 8 videos.
Right.
But then, as Joyce will tell you, it was very melancholy. It's, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, it's sad he had to give it up. Oh, it's beautiful. It's sad he had to give it up.
But it was like the weirdest thing today. You're handling old trains, fixing them competently.
Yeah.
And confidently. I mean, that's a huge change.
That was the part of it. That was definitely, that was the biggest joy. But it went through stages of getting it all in and dealing with those emotions. And then, okay, where am I going to store it?
Right.
And then, of course, I built the Herb Shrine.
Right.
And conveniently, the Bavarian flag is next to it right now, since Herb is Bavarian. So it just really, it was hard to process it.
It was.
But then once, okay, I've got things organized, cleaned up, because the last thing Herb would have wanted is that I took these boxes and just threw them under something.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So the rolling stock, which I can use on my layout, upper or lower, because I can use any rolling stock on my 3-rail.
Right.
You can't use 3-rail rolling stock on 2-rail, but you can use 2-rail on 3-rail.
Right.
Without changing wheel sets. Anyhow, get that all joined my main stock. It's in the same drawers and displays as my main stuff. But then I have all this DC stuff, which I can run on my lower DC 2-rail system. But a lot of, because most of it was 2-rail and analog. But he did have a lot of analog American, which I spent a few weeks, and I've still got more to do, but I converted a bunch of them and run them on. So the V200, the new Class 18, new, even though it's almost as old as I am. The shunters, the 216, the little Bavarian electric unit from pre-World War I with the Roco cars to go with it. I fell in love with that. Was so cute. As well as the collector sets, the ICE experimental, the German flag ICE1 and ICE3, just so many cool things. So I built a display, and that really, but the big joy was converting those analog ones and getting them running, giving them a new life, or even a first life, or maybe they had always been display and now they're actually running.
Yes, but this also changed your niche.
Yeah.
You were Era 6. You are not Era 6 anymore.
I still emphasize Era 6, but we got every era now.
No, you've just put all your trains out, and there's all kinds of different eras almost every week.
Well, yeah, that's true. This last live stream was all Era 4, late Era 3.
So I don't know if this was a good thing, but here we are.
It was a good thing. Financially, it might not have been a good thing in terms of buying all the extra stuff to complete it up. But on the other hand, fixing things and doing it, it was good. All right, there was one last thing that was, again, big for the channel. And it is big, but at the same time, there's reasons to not be that yippy about it. But in July, this channel passed 2,000 subscribers.
That's right. I don't know why that wouldn't be a yippee.
It is. It was yay, and we did celebrate. We had fun celebrating it, but
you did. You had a contest.
And when I had 50 subscribers or 100 subscribers, oh my God, 2,000 was so unbelievable.
Yeah,
there's no way I'd ever make 2,000.
2,000 people would go around and decide.
And that was before I was doing all the crazy stuff. I mean, the craziest stuff I was doing was little Ghost of 2015 stuff. But I was building a layout at the time and working on things, and that drew people in. And then I started doing the serious Miracle and Outsider
stuff. We didn't draw
stuff.
anybody in with me singing, did we?
This was before that.
I know.
This was before all that. the thing is, the channel evolved.
Yeah, it has.
And
sure.
I went from trying to be a typical model train channel. I was always being me, and I had my tricks and my
gotta be you.
I had my style to it, but I'm going to show you how I'm building my layout. Yeah, I'm going to show you how I work on this, and then I did the serious stuff with explaining the Miracle system.
Right.
But I ran out of things I could talk about.
Yeah, it worked until you ran out of ideas.
And then I stopped working on the layout seriously. And I knew I loved running my trains, and that started with the live streams, where I was running my trains so much with the live streams. And originally I was live streaming a couple of times a week in the summer, and then we just picked Friday and started the Insider Outsider, or the Outsider Insider, that's it, the Outsider Insider number 1, and we just did 247, so we're coming up on 250.
Wow.
But we passed 2,000, but as I've been saying since before I hit 1,000, I'm not chasing subscribers. I'm not, yes, I want views. I mean, I would love anything I've done to go viral,
I think he
of
wants
course.
Views more than subscribers, to be honest.
Anybody's ego, but even with 2,000 subscribers, I actually get fewer views per video with 2,000 subscribers than I did with 700 subscribers. I get fewer views because I'm not doing the serious stuff. It's Matt Clark, it's the parodies, and then it's, oh, by the way, here's a new loco or set of cars I got.
Right.
The first impressions video. But so 2,000 was great. And again, the only thing that 2,000 subscriber means is that it gave us that many more opportunities to meet you guys.
That's right.
Because some of you weren't around in 2022 when we went to the UK. And now you become such good friends of the channel. Artie, we've known since COVID.
Right.
So going to Australia and meeting him, we knew it was going to be a blast hanging out with him. We didn't know it was going to be as cool as it was and see so many cool things. We expected it, but expecting and
he
what
lives
happens.
in a beautiful area, knows all the nooks and crannies to show us.
At least the ones that are still open. So that's an inside joke between us and Artie. You don't have to apologize, it was me. But it was you guys. And yes, going to Getz and Warley, that was a UK thing. And there are American folks that we definitely
also
want to
would
meet.
like to find somewhere.
But this channel, that's why we're still an outsider. I'm an American running German trains with a predominantly UK crowd watching. And I don't put up layout building videos or, I've done some conversion videos, but I don't do the serious videos.
Not enough,
But we're kind of eclectic and the live stream. And so 2,000 subscribers, but there's like a core group of about 50 people that I think it's really down to.
Yes, but it was worth to meet those 50 people.
And we didn't get to meet them all because not everybody made it to Warley or
of course
Getz.
not. But we've met a lot of them.
That's why we came, because so many of you were going to be in one area at one time, and 90 minutes between the two was no big deal.
Right.
Of course, we didn't drive it; somebody else did.
That's right. Thanks, Graham.
See, now we're going to have to start naming everybody. But to all of you, you men and women, and your significant others that we got to meet and hang out with for that weekend. That is what 2024 was about.
Sure.
Meeting everybody in Australia we got to meet. Meeting everybody at Warley and Getz we got to meet. This is why I haven't missed a Friday in
forever
5.5 years. Since we officially started the count, I haven't missed a Friday. You guys have been brilliant. And this is to us is what the channel is. So the number of subscribers don't matter. It's the number of friends that like and comment on the videos.
That's right.
And come in and hang out with us, because it to me there's a core group of about 50 or so people that are loyal to
who you are.
loyal to the channel. There's more people that come and go and watch from distance, but there's core group
some can't.
And some can't, but you leave comments, and That's where we go. That's what we're about. Because we're not. This channel's not going to change. We're going to keep doing the Matt Clark stuff.
It's true. You love us or not, we're
Yeah.
not changing.
Yeah, we evolved to this point, and there'll be obviously some evolution, but the basics will be here. The live streams on Friday, my love of the German model trains, and the insanity and the comedy, and the hour that Joyce graces us on Fridays. That's what it's about. So.
Yeah.
Just wanted to really thank you all for a great 2024.
Yep.
Because 2024 was about friends.
Yes.
Both the chatting, the online video communications, the texting, the emails. It really exploded in 2024. And Australia and Warley and Getz were, and even the Herb. It was all about friends.
Right.
And as long as you got friends, we can get through a lot of tough things together.
Yeah.
So again, Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for a great 2024. We love you all. We say the same things at the end of every Friday live stream, but they are sincere and meant.
For sure.
Can't believe you all spent your time with us.
Right.
And we're so grateful you do. So on that note, we're going to say, you want to reverse it just to evolve?
Auf Wiedersehen.
Choose.
Happy trains. And Happy New Year.
And take care, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.